Wally Szcerbiack was in Arizona last night for the game, took a red eye, got off the plane, and the first person he calls is not his wife, not his kids, but us. Wally, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, guys. What a game last night. It was exciting stuff.
Who was the most important person on the red eye that you took?
Let's see. Most important person on the red eye. Well, I got to say it's probably our the person who's in charge of our travel at CBS Sports Network, because he got us off the set. We got off the set at like 10:10, and our red eye left at 11:30, and we made it. We were praying for no overtime, but we would have completely missed the flight after our show. So I got to give it up to our buddy Kirtan, who made our travel plans and got us home in a timely fashion.
Full introduction, Wally, college basketball studio analyst for CBS, Turner's coverage of the NCAA championship, and for CBS Sports Network. What did you expect last night prior to the game?
I expected a really close game, and this Gonzaga team is a lot better than people think. And, I doubted them a little bit coming into the tournament because they don't play a very good schedule in their conference, and they weren't really battle-tested. But they played. They're a very good, complete team. They have 3 7-footers on the front line. They have Power 5 conference type players that transferred into the school, so they can match up well with opposing guards and athletic wingmen and stuff like that. I just think they missed shots that they normally make. Shemek Karnowski was 1 for 8 or 1 for 9. And he missed a lot of layups around the rim. And their other 7-footer, Zach Collins, got in foul trouble. And in the end, that's what did them in because, they had some opportunities that they let get away. And it's a credit to Carolina and their defense. They're a great defensive team. I think their length and athleticism really bothered Gonzaga. But that was a pretty close game, and it could have gone either way if that Meeks tie-up with 40 seconds. If they don't call that a jump ball, they call Meeks being out of bounds, which he was when he was touching the ball. It could have been Gonzaga's ball with a minute left and 40 seconds on the clock.
Too much refereeing last night, Wally?
I think so. That's been a point of emphasis just to call every single foul, but it seemed like there was a lot of stuff in a physical basketball game that you could kind of let go. And I hate a game being decided when a key player like Zach Collins fouls out with 10 minutes left in the game. And I know everyone says, well, Mark Few shouldn't have put him back in the game. But at the same time, you got to, 1, trust your players to try to play without fouling. And 2, you want to get your best players out there on the floor. So the referees are trying to do their jobs, and they're trying to call every foul when it is a foul. But there were a lot of fouls that were, either missed or the wrong call, or, I thought they could have let a couple play-ons happen.
Is it just an aberration here, or is it a trend that we saw these Final Four teams and we didn't have one-and-doneers?
It depends. I believe it's really hard to win with freshmen. I remember when I was a freshman in college, I didn't know what was going on, and everything was coming at me so fast. You're playing against guys that are men. Some guys nowadays in college basketball transferring around and doing the grad transfer thing, they could be 24, 25 years old playing against 18, 19-year-olds. That's a big difference, in the maturity level physically and mentally. So, I think the trend is going to be, for the most part, experience, is going to win out. And in Carolina's case, normally they get a lot of NBA talent. They don't have a ton of NBA talent on this team. So you got to give Roy Williams a ton of credit, the coaching job he did. This is his 3rd title, and he's up there on the Mount Rushmore of coaches for me, having won his 3rd title now.
Yeah, I think Collins might be the best pro out of all of those players that we saw last night, and he didn't get to really display his talents. We're talking to Wally Szcerbiack, CBS TNT. Do you think? How long do you think Roy Williams coaches for?
We had that debate last night with Steve Lapis. I think it was Danny Granger who asked him, or someone asked him, does he retire, on top of the mountain, so to speak. But I think Roy, has a few years left in him. He's not old in coaching years. He's had some health issues, but he kind of looked a little bit revived this year. And if you can continue, I don't know what's going to happen with the scandal and the academic deal going on, So that might determine what he does. But, I think he's still coaching at a high level. He's still recruiting at a high level. And, he's made it to the national championship 2 years in a row, and he won one this year. So I don't know if he wants to give it up so soon.
How many teams in the NBA misspelled your name on the jersey?
I know our equipment manager always packed 2 jerseys. That's for sure. Just in case, the letters got put on there wrong and someone messed it up in the back, sewing the letters on. But I remember it did happen once. I'm trying to think if it's happened any other times, whether it was on a Team USA or on an all-star team. And I think for the most part they got it right. But definitely need a vowel in there before a bunch of consonants.
Yeah, and Paulie, my producer, was so proud that he spelled your name first go-round. How long did it take you to get it right, though, Paulie?
15 years.
Yeah, well, that's not bad, Wally.
That's not bad. You know what's funny? I was just talking to the Knicks PR guy, and Jeff Van Gundy, back in the day, he made LeVar Postel, when he was a rookie, spell my name at shoot-around. And he said it was a pretty good chuckle that came out of it.
Hey, Wally, great job during the postseason with you guys from CBS. Thanks for joining us. Get some sleep, and we appreciate your time.
My pleasure, guys. I'm a big fan, and have a great day.
That's Wally Szcerbiack. Paulie, would you give us the correct spelling of Szcerbiack?
Szczerbiak.
Yeah.
Szcerbiack.
See, it's the extra Z in there that gets me.
Yeah.
But well done, though.
But Krzyzewski is tougher because there's no hints in the pronunciation. You could sense the Z's in Szcerbiak.
Krzyzewski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.